Hollywood moguls in particular, unfortunately, in my investigation, have been using their positions of authority to exploit children sexually. And Hollywood's got a problem. For normal kids, the fears of being sexually abused prevents them from being able to talk about it. Here, when you add in the power and influence of Hollywood, it's easy to understand why so many kids are suffering in silence. Mike alleges that he was sexually abused by Bryan Singer, starting when he was 15 years old. Went on for a couple of years, 15, 16, and 17. This abuse started when Mike was invited over to a house owned by the name of Mark Collins Rector. He lived in a house with a man named Chad Shackley. And the two of them would host parties where they would invite Hollywood moguls over, people in the entertainment industry, along with underage boys. They were given drugs, they were given alcohol. Mike alleges that it was during these parties that he was sexually abused. This went on, as I said, in California. Mike was also taken on trips. A couple of those trips were to Hawaii, where he was also sexually abused. What happened at the house? At the house,
it was, I've had drugs put in drinks. I had liquor poured down my throat from being, where there were rules in the house of no swimsuits, no clothes out by the pool area. I was raped numerous times in that house by numerous individuals, various types of sexual abuse, all throughout that house. It was just something, you were like a piece of meat to these people, and they'd pass you around between them. It was, if I could define what that house was, it's evil. That's what the house was. Okay. As a kid, my mom turned it in to the authorities. We were living here in Los Angeles. Turned it in, and what happened was basically it fell on deaf ears. We didn't get anywhere, and then I basically buried it in me as deep as I possibly could, because that's all I knew what to do. At the one house where it would be, the rules were no swimsuits on or in clothing in the pool area. So out in the pool area, myself and Mr. Singer are out there in the hot tub with other individuals, and to where they would grope you, they'd shove your head under the water for you to try to orally, what's the proper word, but orally molest them, or however the proper wording is. Yeah. To where they would rape you on the side of the pool. On the side of the hot tub. It was, you were a piece of meat. There was no relationship. You were a piece of meat.